So, look, I gotta say this. I'm on my lunch break at work, so I don't have much time to go through this, but I just gotta say it. It is definitely not easy raising a child, individual with autism. It's not, and people will say, it's not for everyone. It's not. Raising the individual, period, it's not easy. I can say that, there are people that I see raising just typical developing youth and teenagers, and I'm like, dang, they got it hard. I don't have to deal with, things that teenagers have to be, involved with and everything. I mean, my son didn't go to the prom, that means, even though I was sad about it, I was like, I don't have to spend all that money either. I don't got to buy a tux and them shoes. And, it's just some certain things that I can just save money on. Birthday parties. We ain't got to buy no gifts because we don't get invited to birthday parties. And, and just things like that. We don't have to, just deal with. Ain't no girls coming in my door talking about my son and got them pregnant because, he's going to be a late bloomer and... just he ain't smoking, he ain't drinking, I ain't worried about him cutting school. It's just certain things that I hear about, that I'm not really, and some parents aren't dealing with. They ain't dealing with their kid cussing them out because some of these youth are, they're nonverbal. They're not saying anything. They're trying to curse them out using the iPad or something. They're like, F you, F you, F you, or whatever. And their mom could just disconnect the Wi-Fi and shut that mess down. The thing is, what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, it is difficult for any parent. And I've been hearing some things, just even with, again, some of y'all know that my spouse is in law enforcement. They're a deputy in law enforcement. And sometimes the things that I hear when they're being called out, and I'm hearing, some things, even things I'm reading online about how some of these children and youth are being sometimes locked up in cages or being in medicated so they can fall asleep, or it's a relief when they run away from home because it's I don't have to deal with that, or it's just they send them off and don't really care what's going on with them. You pretty much give up. And I get it. I definitely get it. And we cry to this day. I don't care that my son is 22 years old. I have those ugly cries still because there's still things that I have to do that some parents don't have to do with their 22-year-old. The way that I'm teaching him how to adult, and he's 6'4". The care, the home care, the things that I'm doing for him is parents aren't having to do for their 22-year-old. But, I've been a caregiver before. I kind of was built for this. But try to have patience. Try to realize, okay, I was chosen for this. I'm going to figure this out. Find your community. Find other parents. Get on Meetup. Find those people, those support systems, and get through it. I'm just saying, please don't give up. It's definitely something that concerns me because it's your child is a gift and you were chosen. You could have any other child, but you were chosen to have this child. And it may seem like a curse right off. Trust you me. It took me 4 years to get pregnant. 4 years. I prayed for a kid. My son's father, husband at that time, did not think he can have any more children because he tried. The first child that he had passed away at birth. And I was anemic. So the anemics in my family couldn't have a baby. So I was yeah, that's not happening for me. So for me to finally get pregnant, I was geez, that happened for me. And so for me to finally have one, I think I mentioned before, I was okay. And then I'm and this is what you give me? And I was why would God give me this? But it's, clearly it felt like I was built for ones out there that cannot get pregnant, cannot have children. I was talking to my friend the other day who cannot have children, and another friend of mine who, has endometriosis and like cannot bear. And there's a lot of women that have that situation. But like, I had another friend that was like, but at the same time, I kind of like don't have patience for children. Now that I think about it and I've been through some things, I couldn't do what you do. Maybe it was something that, maybe I meant to adopt and things like that. You just never know why things happen. But all I'm saying is pray on it. I have to pray and be like, God, you got to give me strength, because I don't know what I'm doing with this thing here. And I just want to say, please don't give up and do these things to these children because of who they are and what they are. Reach out. Try to get the help and support. If you live here in Texas, I came across, I have it here, like 26 resources that I found for those who have autism. Because some of my clients that I come across, I deal with the specific type of clientele that deal with the health issue. And some of them also deal with individuals that they care for on top of their health issue. And one of those is like autism. I'm like, really? But anyways, I came across like so many resources that I pass on to them. So I'm going to post that and like upload it in like a link on my YouTube so they can have access to that. And then I'm from California as well. So I know about regional centers and support systems out there, and some things that I did like with the school district and things to kind of help, because we need to do this as a community. Definitely. I am also going to upload some things about doing some sign language. It's called Baby Sign. It's like the first language outside of the PEC system, and I talk about that too. It's the first other part of language that those individuals who are nonverbal and learning how to talk, speech therapists do this. Sign language that the children learn, because sometimes their fine motor skills, which is like picking up little things, picking up pins, aren't like the first thing that they do. It's kind of hard, but they can do a lot of things with their hands, and so they kind of teach those things to them. I'm going to start doing that and showing some simple things that I've usually taught parents when I was a skills trainer, 101 assistant to an ABA, and taught these children and the parents how to do. So when your child comes, you can be able to communicate with them the same way they do in school. So I'm going to be doing a couple of those and show the diagram of how that's done. So just some help. My thing is that if you don't watch my videos or don't subscribe to my channels because you feel like I'm not showing my tail, or I'm not talking about what's going on in my life, and I'm not out there doing the funnest things, it is what it is. But you know somebody who knows somebody, you probably have a friend somewhere, you're connected to someone that has autism, and I get the phone call sometimes, and this is your way, maybe you can help. This may not be for you, but maybe you should share my channel, my page with someone that you know that needs this type of help and type of support. That you think they not stressed out, but they stressed out, believe you me, and they may need some of the resources, or need to hear it from another parent, or need to know about the support that I'm offering. So maybe you should share my page with them and help them out, since maybe you can't do it or you feel like you have no relation to it. So I'm gonna put that out there. Again, I'm gonna offer some things, and hopefully I'll see y'all soon. I gotta get back to lunch. I'm hungry. Bye.